Welcome to the series. This is a series on React in WordPress. As you can see, this is a WordPress theme, and there are several different templates in here. Each template has their own React app attached to them, and this is their usual blog homepage. But I'm not gonna go into too much of a detail here, because if you're following this series, you must have been already familiar with this, all the setup and everything. In fact, at the beginning, I even made this theme available for you via my GitHub page. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about adding a post with featured image. And as usual, we're going to be using the WP API. And we also have this front end here and the WordPress backend here, so that we can just see our changes. Our main target is to include media. So this is the main focus. So let's go try and see what happens. I'm gonna do one title here, BBB. In fact, let me bring in some lorem ipsum content for you. Let's paste it here. And now let's add the image from my local hard drive. Let's choose this one and go with post image, and right there we can see it actually successfully uploaded the image, created the image in the WordPress media library with an ID of 1298, and then created a post with that image. If we look here, we can actually see that featured media, we have this ID 1298, and which matches this uploaded image 1298. And if we go to the WordPress front end and refresh, right there, our BBB, our content, and our image just loaded up. And if we refresh here at the back end, we can see it here. Not only that, if we look inside the media, right here, the image we just uploaded in the media library, right? That being said, so let's go to the code and see how it happened. Okay, we are at the backend code. If you're following this series, you're probably familiar with this structure already. This is my theme folder, and then inside the assets, source, under the JS, I have modules, and inside that I have a folder called React, and that's where I have all the pages and stuff. So I'm not going to go over them in this video too much, because if you want to know about the structure, how this works and everything, feel free to watch my previous videos. In this one, we're going to be working with only these two files, this add image post page and add image form, right? This is where the actual work happens, and this is the page that showing up this form, this holding this headline and everything, right? So there's not much to this one. Two layout components that I built, they are actually right here under component layouts, and right here content and page. I have described this thoroughly in a previous video, so I'm not going to go over those. So these two basically now making this page happen. But the important thing is this component right here, add image form, and this one I'm pulling it in from components, add image form, which is right here, add image form. And once we get in here, this is where all the work happens. As usual, I'm bringing in React, and most importantly, this WP API. This will help us actually do the insertion, uploading media, etc. And at the very beginning, I have three constants. One is the image URL, and then title and content. Pretty much, these are the three things we are using in this form. And if you look at the form, let's first go straight to the form. I'm not really using a form per se. I'm just, to keep it simple, I'm just using the inputs, the text, and then the second one is the file upload, and the third one is the basic text area and the button. And from the button, I'm calling this create post function, but the other ones just using onChange and using that use state hook to load up the variables like this, the title bringing in set title, image URL bringing in set URL, and content bringing in set content. The most important thing here is this. In the file one, we're not bringing in like the basic values like the other ones, right? In this one, we are bringing in e.target.file and the zero index one, because the .files give you an array of file name properties in case you are loading up multiple files. So in this one, we're gonna take the first one with the zero index, which is this guy right here. This is the one we just chosen from this folder. And this is what e.target.files and zero index, this is the one, the actual file. And once we click on it, click on the button, the create post goes straight up here. And before I explain the create post, we need to look at this block right here where I'm instantiating WP API with these three properties, the endpoint, the username, and the password. And the username is the regular administrator username, but this password is the application password. On multiple of my previous videos, I actually showed how to use them, get them, etc. In case it's your first time, I'm just gonna go give you a quick overview. Let's go to the WordPress backend, and here basically you go under users and choose the one that is an administrator so that you have all the rights, and then go below, and this is where you find the application password option. WordPress introduced this from the version 5.11. If you have an older version, you're not going to see that. And one thing to notice here that I have it enabled even though I don't have HTTPS. It's a local system, right? Normally it is encouraged to use it. In fact, they keep it disabled if you don't have HTTPS, because this uses basic authentication where the username passwords are not encrypted. So HTTPS actually, or SSL protocol actually provides that encryption which is necessary. It also keeps track of your usage here. You can you can revoke them anytime and create new ones, etc., etc. The way I'm actually enabling this specific theme on local host is by going into this theme function and adding this filter to it, just a one-liner, right? And this will enable it regardless of what kind of protocol you're using, HTTPS or HTTP, doesn't matter. And since this is a local system, it's okay. So now let's get back. So once I have this set and instantiated this WP object with WP API, now this is the function, create post. Actually, I don't need this. I was using it for something else before, so I'm going to save that. So it's an async function, and initially it's going to give me the image URL, which it is collecting from this file input via this one, e.target.files. And as you can see, this is actually collecting the real file, not really a value or text or anything. So at the very beginning, I'm using a constant file path and assigning this value of the file object. Now here, first of all, I'm actually uploading the image and creating using this media.file.create function. Basically, once we run this, it will grab the media, upload the media, and attach it to the WordPress media library so that it is available with an ID, just like this right here. If we go into it, we can actually see all the data that we're passing it, like the title, the caption, the description, and everything. So once this is uploaded and in the library, then I'm doing a console log just to show the uploaded image ID. This confirms that upload happened and now it has an ID. And this ID we're going to be using in this next block right here, where I'm using this constant new post and using this WP object with this function .post and create. Basically, this is how I'm actually creating a brand new post. And in here, I'm actually providing the necessary properties, the title, the content, which we grabbed from here, the title, the content, and in here as a property, featured media, I'm actually providing this ID we just collected. And just for fun, I added a category, an array. I'm just hard coding them right now, but as you can see how it is used, so you can use it with any kind of variable. You can create more forms, whatnot, but I'm just showing it. And at the same time, at the very end, I'm doing a status publish so that as soon as this post gets created, we can immediately see it in our index. And that's all there is to it. So now that you have seen this, let's go do another one. Let's refresh. Let's go this time with CCCC and grab some more content from here, some lorem ipsum, and choose another file. Let's go with the final, open, and let's go insert, boom. And you see it happen in two different steps. First, it grabbed it, created the image with a 1300 ID, and then immediately it went up and did featured media is now 1300. So now this image we just uploaded got included. And if we go to the backend and the front end, let's refresh, and we have it right here, new image. And these are all coming from React application. There's no PHP involved or anything. And to verify, we refresh this. New image is right here with all the necessary data. And look at the post. CCC is right there. Now, before I finish, I just wanted to give you one small bonus. Let's check that out. All right, before I get to the bonus, I just wanted to show you the exact same functionality achieved in a different way. I mean, this is a little bit of old style of coding, but just wanted to show you anyway. This time I'm just gonna walk through just this function, the create post, and if you can see here that this time it actually does upside down. Basically, it is using a little bit of old style with where we are gonna use the promise and .then and everything. As we know, the modern style is the async and await. Even though I'm using it here, but you can see on our original one, we actually uploaded the file first and then created the post, simplified a whole bunch of things, right? But in here, what's being done is same, we're calling this WP object, which has been instantiated by WP API. But this time, we're gonna go ahead and create the .post and create, and providing all the necessary info, and .then, and then we're passing that post that just got created. And now in the second block, we're returning another wp.media. So this time we're gonna actually upload and create the image object and upload it into the WordPress media library. But this time we're just associating that image with this post. This post we just passed through, and we're just gonna add this as a property when we create the image, post.id. This will associate that image with that post, and once it is created, then we're passing the media over to the third block. And in here, we're just gonna run another update, but this time not create, but update, because this post is already there. So wp.post, and we're gonna provide that ID and do a .update on it. And only thing we're adding or updating is that featured media equals media.id, which we just collected from here. I mean, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, a longer way of doing things, but I just wanted to show just a different approach. Now let's go to the bonus. Okay, we're back. Now I just wanted to show you that we're actually back into our original file, and this time I just disabled my local WordPress's credentials and enabled a remote one. as you can see, it has HTTPS, it has a fully qualified domain name, it's sitting on some remote VPS. And I just wanted to show you so that you know how powerful this application password thing is. Like, just by changing this, we can take over a remote WordPress installation and do exactly what we did locally, right here. So this was our local installation. As you can see, localhost.1004, but this one is the backend of the remote WordPress host, digitalsupportstaff.com. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a good front end. I specifically use this as a headless CMS. So, but we're going to be able to see what happens through this backend after we create another one. Okay, let's refresh. But one thing you need to know about writing React in WordPress templates is that you may have to refresh them multiple times. I mean, a lot of times after 2-3 times also goes by and my new code doesn't take effect. I mean, usually I do it this way. I mean, empty cache and hard reload. Normally a couple of times is okay, but sometimes you might have to do more. So now let's do another one. Remote VPS host, right? And once again, we're gonna grab some content, lorem ipsum, paste it here. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and choose the file. Let's choose mindset and click here. Boom. So you saw a little bit extra time it took, right? But it actually did the job. Our new ID is 1542, and this is happening remotely. And in here you see featured media is 1542, and also if we go to the network, we can actually see right there. See, this has just happened. HTTPS did it remotely, and if we go to the backend, let's refresh. We have our post. We go inside the post, and we see featured image has been loaded. And if we check the media, here's our featured image. So that's all for this video. If you like it, please smash the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe. A lot more to come. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.